My name is Jessica Gadboys. I'm from Acumatica's Partner Enablement Team, and I am thrilled to give you the first glimpse today of Acumatica 2020 R1. Now, like John said, this is a very practical application, the demonstration that I am going to share with you. Whether we know it or not, everybody in this room has one thing in common, and that is after this trip, we are all going to pull out our crinkled expense receipts and go out and file our expense reports. So what I'm going to do is walk you through a quick demonstration of how Acumatica has taken the artificial intelligence functionality, the machine learning, and pushed that into our expense receipt capture from a mobile device. So I'm going to take you over to my mobile application. This is all the native-based Acumatica mobile app. So for those of you that are new, you can find our app in the Apple Store, in the Android Store, completely native to those operating systems. Now, if you look in the top left-hand side of my screen, I'm going to select my expense receipts here. And then down in the bottom right, I have that plus sign where I can actually go in and scan my receipt now. So I have this receipt up here. Oh, watch that, it's gonna be blurry and it's still be able to capture the recognition. So what you're going to see is that this is a receipt from Las Vegas. Where else in the world could I be able to get a $9 bottle of water? And actually, you know what, let me do that one more time so you can see it a little bit more clearly, but it actually did pick it up if you noticed as well. There we go. So what's it going to do there? It's allowing us to use Azure Forms Recognizer, which is part of the overall cognitive search functionality from Microsoft. And it allows us to go through millions of documents and records at once to be actually able to scan all of the fields on that receipt and pick them up automatically. So if you look there, it caught the description, it caught the amount, it caught the date. If, of course, one of the fields wasn't picked up, I could go ahead and select the different field I would like to change. But as I drop that into my expense receipt now, it requires me to email no receipts to myself. It requires me to not have to type in any of this expense receipt information whatsoever. It's even picking up that expense item, which is actually the expense item that tags back to the general ledger so that we know what type of AP liability needs to be paid out against this expense receipt. Anybody in the room think they might be able to benefit from this type of functionality? Extremely practical application. I hope you are going to take advantage of that in all of your businesses. First glimpse of 2020 R1 in artificial intelligence. I'm going to send it back over to John for now.
All right, thank you, Jessica. Super cool. We can't do a keynote without at least one demo, right? And it's fun thing about being CEOs, I get to pick some of the best ones. But what you see there is we're taking artificial intelligence and machine learning and we're applying it, so it's going on in the background. You as a user don't even need to know that that's going on. So back to that point of pragmatic application of technology. We're not just doing it for technology's sake, but we're really able to surface it so it's providing real end user benefit there. And that's what we're really excited about. In terms of looking forward as well, the one other thing that's worth mentioning is that Acumatica, we believe we have a distinct advantage because we are platform independent. Many of our competitors at this point are getting very connected to a particular cloud infrastructure, a particular, their own company's artificial intelligence and machine learning engines. And what we are finding as we're developing a lot of these models, that the Amazon SageMaker model is better at certain things. Google's is much better at vision. And the one you just saw there is from Microsoft. And so what we're able to do is look across the whole field of offerings and pick the one and apply the best one to the situation that we're trying to solve for. And we think that that's something that's going to be unique to us and it's going to become a bigger and bigger advantage.